I want you to take a look at a comment, an odd comment that Donald Trump made on the stump yesterday. Here it is.
The polls, they say, I have the most loyal people. Did you ever see that? Where I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? It's like incredible.
So, Michael, you know, there are times in this campaign you just shake your head. Is that funny or alarming?
Well, I mean, I think he meant it funny. It probably is funny. There's certainly no evidence that it's not true at this point, but I think it's because Donald Trump has run a campaign breaking every single rule of politics. That's what people want, because every single rule of politics has gotten this country $19 trillion in debt. You don't do that without a lot of bipartisanship. You don't do that with a lot of, and that's why Ted Cruz is so hated by the establishment. That's why Donald Trump has taken off. This is an anti-establishment year, and it's a good thing that it is.
You're endorsing Cruz this morning, sounds like.
I'm endorsing an anti-establishment.
Oh, no, I'm just saying.
Okay, but I want to ask you a question.
Well, no, I'm just saying Trump.
Even Chris said you don't mention Trump. Into trouble.
All right.
Poor Donald Trump.
We asked you for questions for the panel, and we got this tweeted out to us by a fellow, or a woman, I suppose, by the name Steelers Slob, who tweets this: Are Donald Trump and Ted Cruz going to feel silly after they're done tearing each other apart and Rubio eats their lunch? Juan, what do you say to Steelers Slob? And what do you make of this trial balloon that we see in the New York Times today that Michael Bloomberg might run as a third-party independent candidate?
Well, on the first score, let's just say that...
To Steelers Slob.
Yeah, George and I exchanged a look about that. That was very interesting. But anyway, on the politics of this, earlier you heard George mention what happened in the Democratic race some time ago when you had, Kerry sneak through that lane. And you have here Rubio as the leader of the establishment group, the Christies, the Kasich, the Bush group. The problem here, Chris, feels like it's too little, too late. He had a very good debate series. I think some might argue he's been the best on the stage when it comes to the Republican debates, and yet it has had almost no effect in terms of pushing him into the upper layer. It's clearly now between Trump and Cruz. And the other thing I would say is, on the key issues here, he needs Cruz to fall apart, specifically immigration and the like. Cruz staying there right now is just eating up the opportunities for Rubio.
And in 20 seconds, Michael Bloomberg.
Well, I think Bloomberg has said it's all about Hillary Clinton for him. He thinks that if Hillary Clinton is able to best Bernie Sanders, if it's not a matter of Trump or Cruz...
against Sanders,
then he's not running.